Hello everyone, this will be the review of game AstroViking, and the key was provided by developer. We will start with options. There is very few of them. We have one slider for volume. The game operates in the window mode, which is possible to be set, as you can see here. I set it on this resolution, it works. Can be also recorded quite easily with OBS. However, we only have one slider for the entire volume, so both sounds and music are on one slider. At least we have a slider, which is good. So very basic options here. The game is a shooter, arcade shooter with some upgrades. Basically, that's the strongest part of the game, the fact that you have upgrades. And every run is just a score run. I'm gonna try to move and attack. I don't know how long it takes to okay, you have to start the wave by activating the, well, center orb or whatever it is. I kind of forgot what was on the other button. I think there was one more button for the power that is on the middle button, but for some reason I have a mouse that doesn't use middle button in a normal way. It has some other options connected with sound, so I usually just use two buttons, left and right. So the right button is a rush, like this. You can go through enemies and do some damage doing it, and then you can pick either healing of your HP or an upgrade. I'm gonna check the upgrade. So going for upgrades, we have generally 3 skill trees like this. They're quite big actually, and you can keep spending money, the points, which are also the money, on those 3 skill trees. So I'm gonna start with the first one. This is only dash distance, and we're going out of this. Now I'm not entirely sure if points are also counted to the leaderboards, because I've seen in the leaderboards that it was showing the number of the wave and not the points, but I guess there is also points in the leaderboards. In which case you would have to choose, do you want to get the upgrade and spend points, or do you want to keep points and have more and higher level, well, maybe not higher level but higher place in the leaderboards, but do not use the upgrades. I'm generally, of course, going for the upgrades. So this is how long it takes. Another one, and I think I'll go for the end until we finish, until I die. I want to get those, I guess. Vortex, yeah, vortex. There was some way to use the vortex, but I forgot what number it was. I think it was F or R, aside from the buttons. Let's see if I can use it, because I recall using the vortex. Was it F? No, it was E. Okay, so E button does that. We can pull them into one place. It can also do damage if you upgrade it. So we have basically dash, vortex, which is like a gravity well, and the pew pew gun, which I'm using constantly. I think I can even just keep the button pressed. It's gonna keep shooting. This is a bit different than the previous game, but the same developer, because last game was using slow motion, or rather completely stopped time as a game mechanic, and this one has the mechanic of spending vast amounts of points. Yeah, it's gonna do damage. Vast amounts of points to the towards the upgrades. So basically the upgrades will define your character, how he's gonna attack, what powers will be stronger, what will be weaker. There's probably a couple of builds possible. I can imagine that I would generally go for just auto attack or maybe vortex. I don't see much point in using the dash. I'm not good with the dash. Also, it's not that deadly, especially in the beginning, so I don't trust it too much. But apparently someone who has better reaction time could be using it very well. There's a few people with very high scores already, so I guess somebody can play it well. I can't. I can only assess the game for what it is and how it plays. It's quite responsive, I must say. As far as the content, well, it's just the big skill tree, which is to some extent linear as well, because if you get enough points you can just keep buying and buying and pretty much get anything. So aside from the fact that you can theoretically get builds, you will probably go into one well, kinda best setup that would be best for you. Maybe not necessarily the best for every player, but best for you. So you're generally gonna gravitate towards this one build that is gonna be just allowing you to progress further. This is the boss. I'm not entirely sure what's the boss, because he's not very big or very different. Just at some point you realize that one of the enemies is a boss and you have to kill him to progress. Maybe it's the creature on the top right, I'm not sure. He's different color, but I'm not sure what are their properties. I can only see that they are different somewhat. Maybe that's the boss, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna use this. It's apparently doing some damage. I know how much damage I do, by the way. And also a different problem is that sometimes I don't get damaged by the small particle, the small bullets. I don't know if this is some sort of game mechanic or is it a bug, because well, it seems like it's a bullet hell and you have to avoid everything, but sometimes you clearly get hit and nothing happens. So this is very strange. Normally you of course get hit and damaged, but in some cases it looks like it doesn't work. Well, what is it? Is it more damage? A little bit is not enough for me. I would like to know what is a little bit. How much is a little bit? Is it 1% more? Is it +1? What's the HP of the enemies? I would like to have information, because this time I can just well, believe the developer. It's actually better. I don't see it and feel it necessarily. I can only guess that now I'm doing some X number of more damage, which is not explained, but apparently it's better. Some stuff is easy to see, like if your vortex does damage and it didn't do damage before, that's a clear upgrade. But slightly more damage to bullets, I don't see it. Let's run into this. See, it went through me. It kinda went through me. I'm not sure if this is exactly the case, but sometimes it looks like it definitely hits my model, my character, and I take no damage. Alright, new upgrade. So it's quite a slow game. I mean, what do I mean by slow? You quickly go through levels, and well, I didn't want to say slow. I wanted to say it's like should be played in short bursts, right? You play a few times and then you die and then you try again, and each wave is quite short, but the game overall can drag, I guess. Let's do this. I don't know why, but let's do it. Better vortex. So yeah, we are playing like 8 minutes and I did 7 waves, so it's like 1 minute per wave. But of course the whole thing kinda drags, because you have to wait for all the respawn and look for the enemies. They, to some extent, they go towards you, so you can just stay in place, but then you have to do some kiting. I would like to do this thing with a bullet now. Now this hit me, I guess. Let's see about those bullets. Yeah, they went like past me. Now I got hit like by like 6 bullets or more. Again I was hit. Let's look about this one. See, I can take it under my elbow and it does no damage. Probably my hitbox is in the middle of the model. Now I got hit. Now I wasn't. What's now happening? Okay, this is gonna hit me or not. Yeah, now the other one hit me. It went right through me. So I guess, yeah, I guess it's the hitbox in the middle. I guess it doesn't affect my arms, apparently. Let's see if I can do both. Can I just get an upgrade and also get the other one? I don't know if I want that. I don't want that. Fire rate. Okay, let's do the fire rate. Let's see if I can now heal as well. Can I heal? Is it expensive? No, the next one is expensive, but this is quite cheap, so I can do it. Alright, I'm gonna go a bit more, maybe to wave 10, and then I will kill myself or something. I don't wanna really drag it too far. Just a little bit of gameplay, if you're interested. I'm not sure if I should be doing those gameplay elements every time, but I kinda am. I kinda gravitated towards showing you the game as it's played without the montage, because I don't do the montage ever. I just want to show you how the game looks, because some people look for gameplay, some people look for commentary, some people look for should you buy the game videos, which is, well, all of those can be a different channel, a different video. You should always look in more than one place whether or not you should buy a game, not just listen to me or anybody else. Always at least check 3 sources. I can tell you that in my opinion the game is this or that, but that's all I can do. I have to check other opinion as well. So, is the game playable? For this arcade shooter and bullet hell, it is, but definitely not for a long time. I can't really imagine myself playing more than 1 or 2 attempts at a time, and probably not much further than that. This is pretty much a roguelike, so if you die you lose everything. You cannot really unlock anything, you can't grind. All you can do is do the runs and try to be better. So if you hit the wall of your own skill level, you cannot progress past that. If you can make it to, I don't know, level 50, you probably will make it there. Maybe if you really try to improve, then you could go further. But generally speaking, people have some I would say soft cap of skill, and once you reach it, it's very hard to progress past that level. So you could be progressing for a short time, and then after a few days of hacking you will either finish the game if it can be finished, or you will give up. And I just don't necessarily wanna master every single game I'm getting just for the sake of hitting the leaderboards and possibly maybe beating it. I'm not sure if you can beat it, or is it endless. But the gameplay is quite responsive and it could be fun for a short time, definitely. So definitely if you want to spend a little bit of time just avoiding bullets and shooting bullets at the enemies, then you can do it here. Not sure if it's gonna last for long, especially if the price is not low. I guess it is, but just be aware how much you're spending. Is it definitely worth your money? Because this game has definitely a lot of clones and many similar games that you can play. There's the whole bullet hell genre, and you can also put many 2D shooters, top-down shooters into the same category, like, I don't know, Crimson Land for instance, or Dungeon Souls, or the previous game by the same guy, which is basically the same thing, just you use the time to kinda dodge bullets and not the upgrades. Okay, bigger shots, that could be interesting. Can I buy it? Why I can't buy it? Why? Why is it so? I have 10,000, I can't buy it. I don't know what's broken. Why is it? Can I buy this? Yeah, I can buy this, I cannot buy that. That's messed up. Maybe I took a different path, I can take the other path, I don't know. Probably I will die. Last time I died in wave 12, I think. And I was even in the leaderboards. Probably now many people played it and it's changed. I'm gonna check in the end. Yeah, there's not much to talk about the gameplay itself, because it is what it is. Just some sort of hard to define boss from time to time, like every 5 levels. And then big groups of enemies. They are very similar. Probably there's a couple of types that have different spread of bullets, like those look homing. This guy just, I don't know what he does something probably. This one shoots in a spiral. Let's put them together, maybe rush through them like twice. Can I rush twice? No, it's still loading. I wasn't upgrading the rush, so I probably don't have it. I'm gonna just do a full run, I guess, because I wanna exactly show you the gameplay. That's not enough. Okay, so let's just check if it's a bug or not. I'm gonna try to beat this wave and maybe buy the bigger bullets. I'm kinda interested in seeing the upgrades at least once. I would like to have like one good run of this game, not necessarily beating the score, because that's not what I'm interested in. But I am interested in the upgrades. This is definitely the best part of the game. The fact that you have the skill tree with stuff that you can check and compare and try different builds. It's definitely a plus, a big one. The gameplay itself is rather basic, I would say. Nothing too fascinating. I would like to have like a campaign, not necessarily the same 3 planets everywhere on one map. I would like to like progress through level. With this mechanic that would be okay. I guess. But the game isn't very rich in content. Okay, let's try to get the other upgrade. What's wrong with that? Can I have this? Can't have the bullet size. Why? This is faster. Maybe it's a choice of sorts. Can I buy this? Yes. Is it the end? It's like the end of this branch. So here we could have size and significantly faster. Pierce through, okay, and then what's faster? I want this. I want bigger ones. So I have to do one more. And if you feel bored, I wouldn't be surprised, because I do get bored in games like that quite quickly. That's why I don't really buy them. I wouldn't really invest in a game like that unless it has tons of content, stuff to unlock and stuff to try out, like different characters, different skill trees, maybe some gear you could get. Nothing like that is here. You just have this one skill tree and that's it. Kinda like playing Path of Exile with just one class and same build, like, or similar build on the passive skill tree, which you can do. When I played Path of Exile, I was always kind of gravitating towards using the totems. Like, I played it a couple of times and every time I was like, oh, this is good, I'm gonna use it anyway. No matter what my build is, it's just easy to get. Same goes here. I want faster bullets. I want strong vortex, like every time, because it's efficient. Why would I use something inefficient? I don't know. I just want destroy everything that I'm shooting at, like with direct fire, and from time to time use the vortex and clear the whole group if that's possible. Okay, I would like to use it, but it's on cooldown. Big one. I think I'm gonna die now. I will never know if I can get bigger bullets. Probably. Well, sorry for that, but I'm not good in a game like that. Okay, I'm dead. Right. So this 17,000 goes probably to leaderboards. I'm gonna check leaderboards if I can do that. Alright, so in terms of rounds, I was 12th. Now some people played, so I am lower. Right. Where am I? 14. Why am I not here? There was round 13 or 14. I should be here, but I'm not. I don't get it. Name, round, rank. I don't understand it, to be honest. I should be here somewhere. Once again, there was 17,000, which is not shown. Yes, I'm here, okay. I'm here. That's my name. I just messed up with my name because I usually use a nickname from Steam. Okay, so I am at position 15. This is my highest score. I'm in Gold League. How many people played it? I don't know. Probably like 47, maybe. Why do they have 0? Maybe they played. I don't know. Maybe those are just nothing. Hard to say they played it. This many people died in the first wave. Maybe. Hard to say. Okay, so that's my score. As you can see, you can make it to at least level 27. That's it, I guess, for the game. At least for showing it. Yeah, that's the options. You have one run. You die, you lose all, and that's just the developer team. So what can I say about this game? Clearly lacks content, because this the only strong point is the skill tree, which is very good, I would say. I would like at least 3 different skill trees with 3 different characters to play. That would definitely improve the game. I would also like bigger maps, some sort of campaign, maybe different biomes, maybe some explanation of exactly what your skills do and what the enemies are like, how much HP they have and stuff like that. I like to have all the information before me when I'm about to play a game. At this state, I'm not sure if the game is finished or not. At this state, this is a responsive arcade game with pretty much one gimmick. You have those, well, you have those 2 powers additionally to your pew pew gun, but you have this one gimmick of pretty well done and big skill tree. I would say it's quite big for a game like that. It's not generally big, like Swords and Sanctuary has bigger one, and Path of Exile has bigger one, but it's quite big actually. For a game like that, it's quite big, and it's definitely the strongest point of the game. The gameplay itself is arcadey and responsive, so it's not bad either. I would give it 3 points out of 10. 1 point for the responsiveness, for the fact that it generally works. I would of course want to have 2 separate sliders for voice and music instead of one. Aside from that, the game itself works properly. And I'm also adding 1 point for the skill tree, which on its own is very good. To make it better, you would need to basically add elements and improve on them. Kinda like the upgrade tree. So for instance, if you were to add more characters, you would need to add, like, I don't know, 3 of them with different skill trees, or 10 of them with specific powers, different powers. Or you could have some unlockable items that you can put on your characters that give you some additional powers or passives, kinda like Roguelands, where you have heads and you also have characters and you also have weapons and crafting. Basically make it way bigger. And then this gaming model, this whole survive in the arena, kill enemies and keep pushing forward, that would work, but you would need to back it up with tons of content. Otherwise, I have to lower the score because it's just very simple and it gets old rather quickly. After a couple of attempts, you're done with the game. You might play more if you're desperate to climb the leaderboards, but otherwise you will be like, I've did everything, I've seen all, I've had most powers, and I just failed because I'm clumsy. And then you will just uninstall because there's just no point to push forward. There's nothing else to get. Maybe there are achievements, I don't know, I don't even care about achievements on Steam. But I would definitely prefer to have something to work for, something to unlock, something to grind, and much more content. However, it's not a bad game if you can deal with the fact that it's just small. It's not gonna last for long. It's just gonna be a couple of runs and you are done with it. But those can be fun. You can be checking the skill tree. You can be testing a couple of builds and trying to improve a little bit. Well, to break your skill level ceiling, your soft cap, and improve even higher than that. So I can see some people playing it. I understand that some people are after polishing their skills in a particular genre or a particular game, and they want to climb those leaderboards. So if you want to have some challenge like that, I would understand you buying it. I cannot recommend it, to be honest, unless it's very cheap, because in my opinion this is just too little content to make it well worth your time and worth your money. If it's very cheap, you can grab it. If it's like $1 or less, you can grab it. If it's more, I would wait for a buy or just move to another game that does the same but better. But it's not cringy, it's not bad in the gameplay. I kinda had fun. I was slightly interested in the other skills, but at this point I'm kinda done with the game. After 2 or 3 attempts, I'm finished. But you might, well, you might try for longer. You might keep playing if you're interested. Probably will give up anyway after some time, so it's not definitely a long game. So the price should also be according. And I would also like to see the game upgraded and improved, because then it could be just sold for more money and it would make most people happy. I think that in general more content is better, just pretty much in every situation. I don't recall any game that would have too much content. Okay guys, so that will be it for the review. That was AstroViking. I would give it 3 out of 10. No recommendation unless you're a fan of the genre and unless it's very cheap. So that will be it from me, and I will see you guys in the next review.